How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. We've got Fred VanVleet. Reza Shea is out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. And it's Queen in at center, locking down the middle.
Reliable. That's Mitchell from 3.
Mitchell against Bridges. Here's Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Here's Queen. Now Reza Shea down low. And Queen gets it to go.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Outside, KD. Pass to Aldama. There's the triple. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
And you'll get ahead of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Mitchell outside. Shoots over Bridges. Kept alive by Sacramento. Pass to Mitchell. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Oh, a fearless play by Mitchell. Sinks his shot while being fouled, and now he'll get to the line.
The Kings shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
And here are the Kings now. The Blazers getting the bucket. Pass to Reza Shea. Off target with his 3.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Bridges against VanVleet. Bridges double team. Davis has the open look. Good on the three-point shot. Davis has got 9.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Now Reza Shea. Beyond the arc. Again, the miss by the King. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
And let's take a look now at some stats for Anthony Davis. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 19 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Now, here's Garland. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Queen.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Mitchell outside. With the teardrop, and Davis sends it back.
At this point, finding blocks comes naturally for AD. He just anticipates and attacks the basketball.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
They need this. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's KD from 16 feet away. He cans it.
And Durant, so dangerous as a scorer. He can shoot it from deep, also beat you off the dribble there. He just stops and pops.
Here's Queen. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. There's the pick. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Kevin Durant. And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Van Vliet against Garland. Bridges outside. Back to Garland. That's a floater go. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Here's Garland. Scoreless thus far.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
And slam dunk by Harris.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Lenny Wilkins for a minute. Now he's worried it's going to be one of those nights when Donovan Mitchell just goes off. He told me it's like guarding a ticking time bomb. You never know when he's going to blow up, but you're anticipating it. So coach is expecting the best out of his team, preparing for the worst. Guys?
All right, thank you, David.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Trailblazers.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
On defense, the Trailblazers, they lead by 4. And that one's good, Reza Shea.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Durant. And it's Reza Shea with the rebound. To the paint. Harris misses. Trailblazers have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Garland finds Aldama. Here's Bridges. To the inside, deflects the pass. 3-on-3. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Out to the right wing. Bridges outside. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 6 on the shot clock. Loads it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
Harris outside. Pass to Mitchell for 3. That shot, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Bridges. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Count it. Here's Van Vliet. He has yet to score. Here's Reza Shea, guarded by KD. Here's Mitchell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And that's part of what Mitchell brings to the table. The willingness to operate on the perimeter or get in there and mix it up on the interior.
Well, Stan, after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization, Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team, while they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
Drummond, a huge target rolling to the rim.
Mitchell with it, 11 points in the game. Here's Hardy, sinks the three-pointer. Hardy's got it all tied up now for the Kings.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here is Davis. He's got 16. And it's Alvarado missing. Inside, Jovic passes to Hardy. 11 feet out and he hits it. Hardy's got 5.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Outside, Davis. Pass to Caruso. Pocket 6 to the middle. Now Alvarado. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Now here's Hardy. 5 points in the game. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Pass to Jovic. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Here's Jovic. Lets the 3 fly. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Here's Alvarado. Nothing on the board. Davis with a screen on Mitchell. Alvarado bounce pass. And now Sacramento on the break. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
A remarkable defender. Caruso also uses his deceptive vertical to his advantage to come up with blocks.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pass to Nurkic. Mitchell against Brown. From the line, Portland grabs the miss.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
To end the cold streak. That one's in, his first shot this game. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Hardy. Pass to Mitchell. Shoots over Caruso. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 13 points.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Here is Davis. 16 points for him. It's rebounded by Jovic. Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Pass to Hardy. 1:16 left in the first quarter. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Again, Mitchell missing.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Nurkic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Here's Caruso after the basket by Yusuf Nurkic.
Well, plenty of aggression from Caruso right there.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick and roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Here's Davis, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And one of the best big men in the game, Davis continuing to prove how dominant he is.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Shoot 2.
And the first one drops.
And when healthy, Davis remains an absolute force in this league on both sides of the ball.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Now, here's Hardy. Defense right on him. Just 5 on the clock. 13 feet away. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Portland. He made his mark in a big way on the board. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Bridges out there with Garland. Then it's Santi Aldama. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Brown in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. KD's checked in for Portland. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Kings.
And with the right partner, Durant is an unstoppable force in that pick and roll. It's a very high percentage play when he's running.
There's the screen. With the floater. And that one's good. Reza Shea. Reza Shea's got 6 points. Garland dishes to Drummond. Pass to Bridges. Portland moving the ball around. Aldama passes to Durant. Here's Aldama. Chalk up 2 there. Aldama's got the lead up to 8 now for Portland.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Larson. Reza Shea in the corner. And it's sent back by KD.
And how about the reach of Durant? Terrific job of having that on display defensively.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Portland leading by 8. Bridges outside. Back to Garland. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Larson. Now Reza Shea. VanVleet outside. Offline with his 3. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's Bridges. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Green the pass to Harris. A 3 ball. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. And here's Bridges. They'll bring it up to the Portland Trailblazers. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Garland touched it last. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Kings. On Friday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo. and the Utah Jazz. Then on Tuesday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Denver Nuggets.
In that game against Portland, it's going to be their 6th contest on the year. Fans will be curious to see how this team continues to form as the season goes on.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And the Kings making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Here's Eldama, guarded by Harris. KD's shot is off.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Pass to Van Vliet. Harris looking it over. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And whenever Harris is aggressive like this, I think it's for the best because he has that ability to attract contact.
2 shots.
That's good from Harris.
He's just one of those veterans you can count on from the line. Harris really makes an impact from the stripe.
And Harris drops them both. Portland leading by 5. Outside Durant. Oh, Durant imposing his will.
Taking the hit there, Durant, so hard to stop.
The Kings have gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Garland against Van Vliet. The 3. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Trailblazers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And the 3 off target. The Kings trail by 7. Harris kicks to Van Vliet. Here's Queen, defended by Drummond. And here's Harris from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Harris has got 7 points in the game.
Really a combo forward with a solid outside touch. Harris is the ideal fit for the modern NBA.
Bridges against Mitchell. Pass to Eldama. Garland with it. Portland needs to get off a shot. Drummond. Sacramento grabs the miss. Queens got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Harris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. 5th, Andre Drummond.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
And he knocks down the first one.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
He doesn't get the second one. Trailblazers leading by 3. Here's KD. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Garland's got 3 assists in the game. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Davis is checked in for Drummond. The Kings also at the sub. Nurkic is checked in. The 3 from KD. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Harris outside. On the wing, Mitchell. Nurkic setting the pick for Mitchell. A 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Davis has got 8 rebounds in this game. To the paint, here's Aldama. And Aldama slams it in.
Well, pretty sure Aldama could bring down the standard if he wanted to.
Pass to Rizachet. And the dunk by Rizachet.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Davis with a screen on Van Vliet. There's Garland. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Bridges against Mitchell. Nurkic just screen on Bridges from about 19 feet. And the Kings check on 2 more. And Portland has possession. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington. They'll face the Wizards. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Durant in the corner. Gets an open look and hits. KD's got 9 points in the quarter.
And the defense has to be aware of KD at all times, especially when he's hovering around that mid-range.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Here's Nurkic. And Davis pulls it down. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Trailblazers. Inside. And finished off by Davis.
And when Davis gets going, you are in trouble because he will just power through you to get to his spots.
Mitchell passes to Nurkic. For 3, Harris. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And here's Harris from the arc. And the 3 ball is good. Harris has got 11.
It really, over the years, Harris has worked so hard on that jumper, now reaping the rewards of all his labor.
Bounce pass from Aldama. And finished off by Davis.
But what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
Van Vliet outside. Back to Mitchell. Down low. Here's Nurkic. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. To the inside. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Using that almost 7-foot frame. Santi Aldama, the Spaniard.
Harris outside. Back to Mitchell. Nurkic setting the pick for Mitchell. Over Bridges. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket for Mitchell.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
For the Trailblazers, Brown is checked in for Santi Aldama. Alex Caruso comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Garland. Left side Durant. Down low, Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And he doesn't get a lot of recognition for it, but Durant is a terrific passer.
Pass to Hardy. 1:32 left in the first half of the game. Nurkic in the post. He's guarded by Davis.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
Took him no time at all on that one. And now it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Portland's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. From the low block. Oh, that's blocked. And they get it back. Here's Alvarado. Oh, good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Larson. Hasn't made one yet. Inside. And Jovic gets it to go.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Durant feeling it out a bit. Pulls it up. Larson with the rebound. Here's Jovic. Hands it from downtown. Jovic has got 5 now.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Portland out in front. Yep. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court.
Love the first half from Davis. Can take over on both ends of the floors. And when AD is healthy and playing like this, who's better than him, Shaq?
No one can stop AD when he's on, Kenny. Kind of like that O'Neal guy who you used to see. Remember him?
Oh, yes, Sharif O'Neal.
And next up on That Is More Than Enough of Us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
On the floor for Sacramento, Harris is out there with Rizachet. Then it's Brett Van Vliet. And it's Mitchell. And it's Queen in at the 5 spot. Pass to Harris. Shoots over Aldama. It's deflected.
Using that near 7-foot frame, Aldama says not today.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Outside, KD. Davis with it. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster night for him.
And the release for Garland is getting quicker as he gets more comfortable.
The Kings trail by 6. Mitchell with the bounce pass. Van Vliet against Garland. And here's Harris from the arc. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
3.
Van Vliet's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Durant takes the 3. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
They They set the pick. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
Now we get a chance to check out Kevin Durant. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged 22 points per game last season, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineup, it's all about setting this guy up for success.
And we're so used to seeing KD light it up from outside, found great positioning, and then delivers.
As a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
And here are the Kings now. 8-point game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. Fourth, the Kings.
Well, last season, what stood out about this team was their three-point shooting. They shot a very high percentage from distance.
That's good from Harris. And good on the second, so he makes them both. It's Garland with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. They've led by as much as 10. On the wing, Davis. Sacramento grabs the miss. Queens got 6 rebounds now in the game. A floater. Aldama with the rebound. Aldama's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Right side, Kevin Durant. Using his length inside, Durant.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Mitchell. There's a screen for 3. Van Vliet. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Davis has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Garland with it. 7 points in the game. From outside the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. And now it's an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
You have to take Garland seriously at the arc. He is a talented shooter.
In the pass to Van Vliet. Harris outside. Here's Rizachet. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Rizachet's got 11. Van Vliet against Garland. Pass to Durant. KD using his length inside.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Harris. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Davis.
And you like how physical Harris can get inside. Always looking to initiate contact on offense.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Portland.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And they also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
Garland, the pass to KD. It's tipped.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
And it's in there. Queens got his second basket of the game. Trailblazers leading by 6. Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Durant. The Kings also at the sub. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Tobias Harris. Here's Ricochet, and it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Garland dishes to Drummond. On the wing, Davis. 24 points for him. Back to Caruso. 4 on the clock. 18 feet out. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And here is Garland. He's got 10. This one for 3. The shot missing. The Kings trail by 6. Mitchell passes to VanVleet. From the baseline. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
VanVleet against Garland. Davis surveying the floor. Caruso finds Garland. Drummond with a screen on VanVleet. Garland. It's rebounded by Jovic. For Sacramento, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Kicks it out to VanVleet. There's a good screen. And it's Ricochet missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Good on the bucket. Drummond's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, so many times in his career, Andre Drummond has beaten good defense down low.
VanVleet on the wing, guarded by Garland. Stolen by Garland. Bridges against Mitchell. That shot missing. The Kings trail by 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Andre Drummond picks one up.
The aggressiveness of Mitchell, willing to take on the entire team to earn that foul.
We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here, did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
And a volume scorer, Mitchell excels at getting inside and converting.
Caruso looking for an opening. Davis setting the pick for Caruso. Ball's knocked loose. Now Alvarado. Still yet to score. And the rebound by Nurkic. The Kings trail by 4. Now here's Hardy. 5 points in the game. Hits it from 3-point range.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Here's Alvarado. by the Kings.
And his shot just hasn't been there in this one. Luckily, his team has been able to make up the difference.
Here's Nurkic. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the night.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Pass to Mitchell from downtown. It's hauled in by Brown.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Now Alvarado with the fadeaway. And he can't bank that one in. The Kings trailing. 59 seconds left here in the third quarter. Mitchell wide open. That three off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Pass to Caruso. To the paint. Here's Drummond. It's blocked. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. O'Neal misses. Brown outside. Crafty move. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he hit his foul shots a season ago at about a 74% clip.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Aldama's checked in. And that one misses. The Kings trail by 4. Pass to Hardy. Here's Larson. Drills the three-pointer. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Trailblazers lead by 1. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And for Sacramento, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Santi Aldama is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. Then there's Garland. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Portland leading. Garland with it. Pass to Durant. So smooth on the three from Durant.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Here's Larson. And here is Harris. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Ripped away. Here's Jovic. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now here's Brown. D right on him. And it's Reza Shea with the rebound. Reza Shea's got his 6th rebound on the night. Jovic passes to Hardy. Now here is Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Hardy. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. It's Garland with the ball for the Trailblazers. Pass to Aldama. Is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And at 7 feet tall, Aldama can burn you inside. Even with the contact, he's tough to contain at times.
Here's the screen. Now here's Hardy. Guarded by Garland. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First free throw is good.
Wow, they made every free throw here in the second half.
And Portland making a change here. Drummond's checked in. And a change for the Kings. Queens checked in.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt them. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
Stolen by Garland. Lays it in off the breakaway. Now it's a 7-point Trailblazer lead.
How's that for a two-way effort? Garland right on top of that.
Here's Ricochet, defended by Durant. Harris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second team foul. Shooting for Sacramento.
The first one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
And Harris drops them both. Trailblazers leading by 5. Outside Garland. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. The shot's good.
Really like how Durant is playing tonight. Going for his. This guy is just so unreal.
Pass to Ricochet. Here he goes. And it's sent back by Drummond. In the corner, it's Bridges. Kicks it out to Garland. Outside Durant. Altama with the ball. Out to KD. Just 2 to shoot. And it's off from 3-point range. The Kings trail by 7. Now Ricochet. Pass to Harris. There's the pick. And it's sent back by Drummond. Durant inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. KD's got 14 points now in the second half. Now here's Hardy. Guarded by Garland. And here's Hardy. Here's Ricochet to the middle and stolen by Drummond. Now here's Bridges. From 6 away. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Kings trail by 9. Here's Hardy. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
That's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the Kings. On the free throw, no good. KD on the wing. Shoots over Hardy. And that one's good. Durant's got 29.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Hardy passes to Harris. Yes! And the foul. Aldama. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. Davis is checked in for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers leading by 6. Bridges outside. Back to Garland. Shoots over Hardy. Here's Drummond. Nice work on the board. It's paying off at the basket.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Mitchell against Bridges. Harris outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Davis. First one falls for him.
I like this aggressive mentality he's adopted in the second half, doing everything he can to get to the line.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Back to Bridges. Davis with a screen on Mitchell. The three, Bridges. It's hauled in by Queen. Queen's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Larson. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Drummond's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Bridges kicks to Durant. Pass to Davis. Here's Bridges. Davis in the corner, just 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. Drummond dishes to Davis. Bridges passes to KD. Goes back up. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Right, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
And the Kings making a change here. O'Neal's checked in.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
To the inside. Bridges with the steal. Davis up top, covered by Mitchell. Bridges outside. Outside for Durant. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact. And he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
There's a fluid power and athleticism that he possesses. Nearly impossible to contain Davis inside.
Both good from the line that time.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Harris outside. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And it's Mitchell missing.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Garland kicks to Bridges. Back to Garland. Pass to Durant. Puts up a 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Garland's got his 7th assist here tonight. Mitchell against Bridges. To halt the run. No good. Great D that time from Davis.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And it's sent back by Mitchell.
And watching Mitchell there, he was just sitting on that one.
Queen gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
They set the screen. Davis, the pass to Durant. No good on the 3. The Kings trail by 12. Pass to Hardy. Harris outside. From the arc. The kick out to O'Neal. Drains the 3-pointer. O'Neal's got it back down to single digits for the Kings.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
O'Neal against KD. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And just using that length to his full advantage. Durant draws the foul, and we know what usually happens when he steps to the line.
Alex Caruso checked in for Andre Drummond. Nikola Jovic is checked in for the Kings. Lisa Shea is coming in for Royce O'Neal. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. And I asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Caruso with the ball. Pass to Davis. Now here's Durant. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Durant's got 39.
And he knew what he was going to do before the ball even got to him. KD is always ready to let it fly.
They set the pick. Now here's Harden. He's guarded closely. Here's Mitchell. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Mitchell's got 11 points here in just the second half. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Nails it from the high post. KD's got 41.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible. Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Outside Garland. Shot clock at 6.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Portland.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so, created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start off with a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for KD.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
And that one, good.
Ricochet. Assist goes to Jovic.
24 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Outside Durant. Back to Garland. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Shoots over Hardy. Garland, no good. That's another rebound. He holds in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David. All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. So for